For commercial Spears on Sports with John Spears, brought to you by M&M Cartage. And now, here's Johnny.
And Tony and Matt. Welcome in, Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Justin Kalen out of town. Scooter is golfing down in North Carolina for the rest of the weekend. So Matt Childress joins us. Hello, Matthew.
What's up, guys?
Good to see you, man.
Good to be on. Always love being on your show.
I usually hear you because you're producing a game I'm doing, but I don't get to see you. So good to see you, man.
Yeah, you look good over there. So's Tony.
I feel good.
Shirt tucked in and everything.
Feel good. Tony's, I know he's not on camera, but he's looking good. He's got his golf shirt on today, ready to play for the second day in a row.
Tony might need to smack the mic a little bit.
There you go.
There we go. You got to smack
He
it
didn't
around.
smack it. He beat the crap out of it.
Well, I'm not going to say.
But we played yesterday at Covered Bridge with Scooter and our boy Chase. Had a great time. I'm quitting. I can't hit any better than I did.
Scoot played well. I played well.
We all
Chase
played
well.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird.
Fairways and greens for me. Now, I can't putt. I'm terrible at putting. But I hit every drive I hit in the fairway.
You did?
I think maybe one I went wide left. But other than that, I was very pleased.
Yeah, and they'd have built scooters between you and Big Al at Fish Drive, and you've been driving past him.
Yeah. But good day, great weather.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
I could play every day if it's 70 degrees, a slight wind.
Oh, you want to play today?
Sun shines. You know what? I said yesterday at the end of the round, man, I'm going to be hurt and won't be able to play tomorrow. I could play today. So
See, that workout program's working.
I don't know if it's the workout program or the fact that it didn't get over 70 degrees yesterday. That might have a lot to do with it. So had a great time. Tony, you're playing at Wooded View today, right?
Yep, part of the Big X card.
Yeah, the Big
Golf
X
cart.
golf cart. And if you had one, you'd be playing for cheaper. Anyway.
Well, it's part of my salary, I think, John.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. M&M Cartage Hotline's open, 384-1450, 384-1450. If you'd like to join in on the conversation, Matt is waiting to answer those phone calls. The Gameday Men's Health text line open as well, 414-1450. Gameday Men's Health, redefining men's wellness. No shortcuts, just results. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, sexual performance therapy. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com, defining a new era in men's health. And hit me up on the text line, 502-414-1450.
That's a tradition like no other, isn't it?
Gameday Men's Health text line? Yeah, it's a tradition like no other. As we do have the Masters on the ESPN Plus here in the studio, so I might not be paying attention a whole lot today, just so you know.
If he yells at one of his golfers.
Holes 4, 5, and 6 are on the ESPN Plus app right now. So that's what I got on the TV here. We'll keep you updated on the Masters here for the first hour. It is very, very early. Jose Maria Olazabal tied for the lead at 2 under, former Masters champion.
Won't last long.
You don't think so?
Nope.
You think he gets tired?
Yeah, he's
old.
He's just an old winner. He knows how to play the course, but it'll get you after a while.
The Max Pack presented by InsureMax, 3-1 again.
That's what I thought, Johnny.
Oh, I am on fire. I don't know. It's got to end soon.
You're rolling at about 80%.
You know, I was 3-0 until the last game, though. Phoenix did not cover.
Didn't it happen night before, too?
I think it did. Yeah,
Oh,
hit the first three.
Golden State called.
Golden State, yeah. So we'll give you 4 more NBA games. Not a lot to choose from today. There's only 6 games in the association tonight, only 6 baseball games today. So I don't have a lot to choose from, but we'll figure it out and try to give you some more winners. Birthdays coming up as well in the third segment tonight. We'll tell you what happened in Major League Baseball yesterday, NBA last night as well. Fun night in the league last night. Big news, Kentucky fan is scratching their head, pulling their hair out, freaking out a little bit. Colin Chandler checks into the portal. This is one, Tony, we didn't see coming because he felt like a Mark Pope guy. But when you ask for money and the school says, we're not giving you that much, I guess that's what you do. You jump in the portal.
Well, you got to remember he went on a mission at BYU, and what I saw, he's going back to BYU.
He's
a lot of money at BYU.
He's married.
Yep. Yes.
He wants to start a family.
He's
so he's asking
Mormon.
for money.
Yeah.
I guess to help support the upcoming family that he's intending on having.
What do you think? You think somebody from BYU reached out? No.
I think
But you know what,
I
John?
would think he asked for the money. They said we can't give you that much, and then or his agent called around and said, let's call BYU first. I'm from there anyway.
Where he was going to go to school.
Yeah, I like it out there anyway. Let's call them first, and maybe they're going to give him the money that he's requesting here.
But do you think it's a huge loss for Kentucky? I mean,
41% three-point shooter.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but the way things are now, I thought he was not a good defender.
Yeah, I'll give you that, but he made big plays at the end of games to help win.
Right, and
he knows the system. And the more guys you lose, the more you have to teach guys. You got other guys coming in. Now I got to teach them my system. He knows the system.
I agree.
Moreno knows the system.
But in this day and age, like you said, half the people in college basketball are in the portal.
Yeah.
Everybody wants more. You can't blame them, but
Wildcat fans disappointed here.
Wildcat fans disappointed about everything.
But I think they're more disappointed because they thought he was the keeper.
Yeah, I think they definitely thought he'd be back.
They had their list. These 4 guys are coming back. These 2 guys, Trent Noah and I can forget the other one, are questionable. Yeah. And then we got to find other people.
They're basically down to the 3, right? Cam Williams, Moreno, and Noah. I don't think there's anybody else in the fold.
I feel like there was one more, but I could be
wrong.
wrong.
They were waiting on Noah, I saw yesterday.
I could be wrong about that. Do you want Trent Noah? He went from
supposedly the greatest shooter.
His first year,
Mike Mara.
He was a big contributor, but last year he really wasn't.
John, they said before the year he just shot the lights out. Remember Carrier at UK? Remember Mara at U of L? All these guys were unbelievable shooters, but in the games they couldn't make a shot.
Yeah.
But it's hard when you come off the bench and you don't play many minutes.
Portal's open for 2 weeks. All right? So this is going to be quick. Yeah. If you're going to get
They're
guys.
Out there fighting, man.
If you're going to get guys, you're going to know by the middle of the month here. Yeah. And if you're not, what do?
Then you're picking up the pieces.
You're picking up the pieces. You're picking up guys that
you hope
in the portal they didn't get picked up. And you say, well, that guy will help. Kentucky's looking at the kid from VCU.
Kid from Virginia Tech.
So
we're going after him. And I heard
you got to offer the money.
I heard they offered Stokes more money, and that's why they're
waiting on Tyron Stokes.
They thought when Self said he was coming back at Kansas,
that was a done deal.
Stokes was a done deal. Well, then I heard on one of the podcasts or something last night that they offered Stokes more money, and that's why they're waiting to see. They don't think they're going to get him, but they offered him more. Somebody came up with more money.
You gotta,
and he's a piece of work now.
He's different. He's high maintenance.
He's very high maintenance,
and you've got to. I don't know how to say this. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
you have no idea what's going to happen, which kind of makes it interesting from a media standpoint because I don't know who to listen to.
Right.
People are giving me 5 different pieces of information that conflict with each other. Which one am I supposed to believe?
And who has this information?
And these are reliable media people that I'm hearing things from, and they're different things that can't both be true.
There's too much behind the scenes and all this with agents, families, teams, other teams coming in trying to swoop them up.
It'd be like Matt telling me, hey, Tyron Stokes, I've got it on authority. He's going to Kansas. And then Mike Rutherford going, no, he's coming to Louisville. I don't know who to believe. I'm not going to believe Matt, of course.
My sources said
you should.
Matt, what are your sources telling you?
Per sources, Tyron Stokes is actually going to be on Spear on Sports in the second segment.
I can do an impression. I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that.
It's like me doing a Hideki.
I could do an impression, but it is not going to come off.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something.
You're exactly right,
isn't that
man.
the truth? I used to do a Schnellenberger that was spot on.
You do a great one.
It was spot on.
Eddie Sutton.
But the older he got, all of a sudden it wasn't the right thing to do.
Wasn't quite as funny.
It wasn't nearly as funny. So the portal's open. Good luck. I don't know what else to say.
Wait and see, huh?
Bubba Watson's hitting it out of the pine needles again.
Oh, those are.
Didn't he win a tournament doing that?
Don't they say those are hard shots? We hit those shots great yesterday.
I was
Anything
never
under a
I was.
tree. You weren't under a
I was
tree.
in the fairway. I wouldn't know. I don't even know what the rough looked like yesterday.
Yeah, good point.
All day long.
I get more practice from the pine needles than I do the fairway.
That's what I.
Well, you get more action out of them.
It's like my home course.
Well, you know what? I
couldn't hit
Scooter.
He wouldn't hit them in the pine cones anymore if the whole course was pine cones.
I looked at Scooter yesterday, and I was under a tree, and I said, "You know what shot got here?" I said, "I got to get the hybrid out and punch it under those trees." He goes, "That's a good move." I said, "They think these are hard shots on television. I play them all the time."
They got harder. Those are more difficult to hit out of in Augusta, and these guys are under a lot more pressure than we were having a Mick Ultra and whacking at the ball yesterday.
They're a whole lot better than us, too.
They are a whole lot better. They're a whole lot
Golf course is nicer, too, even though we played a good golf course.
You've been to Augusta.
Yes, I have.
And it is when John Feinstein wrote the book, a great
Walk spoiled or what?
great game spoiled by
Great walk, wasn't it?
yeah. That place there is no flat ground.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
And I've been
place.
on a practice day. You went to the actual tournament for a weekend. I just had to sit somewhere because you are going up or down no matter what step you're taking.
Well, when I went, it had rained before that.
Oh my God!
And you talk about slick walking, people falling. You know, you see those things where it rains and people are walking and side of the hill. Man, but John, you're right. People don't understand like 18 and number 9 and some of those
TV does not
how
do
they
it
go
justice.
uphill.
It
Yeah,
does not
they
do it
show them
justice.
hitting. You see an elevation, but it's way up.
And that's why this would have been, had he been able to play, had he not turned his car over. Tiger, with that leg, is so difficult to walk this course. A great walk spoiled is what it was called. Because it is so hilly. It's the most, I think, by far the hilliest course on PGA Tour.
Yeah, it's steep inclines too.
I tell you one thing I do like watching these first couple of days is guys like Jose Maria, Fred Couples, Angel Cabrera's out there right now playing. Watching these former champions who really don't have any reason to play in this thing other than
they can
and they won the tournament and that's their right to come back and play. But to watch one of those guys, when Fred Couples shoots a 68 on Thursday, man, it's glorious. For us old guys,
he always plays
it's
well.
glorious. Right now, it's Jose Maria Olazabal and Sam Burns at 2 under. Patrick Reed, Max Homa, Shane Lowry, Jane Knapp, Nick Taylor, all 1 under. Everybody else is even or higher.
And they all have just
and it's early.
teed off.
Homa's through 9 holes, and he's 1 under, so he's really doing as good as anybody right now. Max Homa, who struggled here the last couple.
Homa.
Hit a Homa.
What do you think talk about besides
no,
that? We done?
Portal.
We can talk about how his son is bad at golf.
I love the Portal. Who?
Max Homa's son?
Oh, I thought it was Fleetwood's son.
Oh, it's Fleetwood. You're right, Fleetwood.
Little Frankie Fleetwood.
What did he do?
Well, every year for the last couple of years now, his goal is to get it over the water in the par 3 contest. And he gets 1 shot. They give him 1 shot.
How old is he?
He's probably 5 or 6. He's young. And yesterday, no, couldn't do it. So he'll come back next year and try again. Eventually, he's going to get it over there.
He'll get over it before Kevin Hart will.
Kevin Hart.
That was bad.
Now, who was he caddying for? DeChambeau?
Yeah, DeChambeau.
He'd have killed somebody, wouldn't he, man, if he actually would have hit it?
Has he ever played golf? Because it sure didn't look like it.
I feel like once you make as much money as a guy like Kevin Hart does, you're just required to play.
You have to play sometimes.
You go hire somebody, a teacher, to teach you how to play, right?
I would think. By the way, we are in a Masters pool.
Yes, we are.
Tony. Where we're splitting it. Me, you, Big Al the Fish, Buck from Iroquois, Slugger.
It's us 5.
It's just us 5. And they give you 6. There are 6 tiers. You get to pick a golfer from each tier.
Top golfers down.
So I got 2 entries. I got Scheffler, Matsuyama, the good Hoygaard, Adam Scott, Sam Stevens, and Brian Harmon. I'm tied for 245th right now.
They said Slugger said I was 40,
But I'm even par.
I was 49. I was 49th right now.
Fitzpatrick, I got Fitzpatrick, Rose, Spieth, Day, Bradley, and Woodland in my second group. And that's even par as well.
It's early.
The key is you got to have at least 4 guys make the cut.
Yeah, or you're done. 4 guys, move on, and you're 6-man pool.
Because the best 4 scores, the best 4 scores are counted. It's fun, man. I'm gonna. And what it does more than anything, it keeps us more interested in a tournament we're already interested in.
Yes.
Right?
That's what you do for baseball, basketball, and football, John. It keeps you more interested when you're betting on it.
Yes, it does. I hit another parlay last night.
The man's on fire. He's on fire with everything.
3-team NBA 7 o'clock games yesterday. All 3 went over the total. It's crazy.
I feel bad for the people betting under.
Well,
they're losing.
Under in baseball yesterday was really good. Yeah. In basketball, the Hornets put up 157 the other night.
Yeah.
Some of these scores, and I know I got to take a break here, but some of these scores, the lowest winner last night had 112.
They scored points in the association.
Detroit scored 137. Denver scored 136. Orlando scored 132. There were only 7 games last night. Scores were, scoring right now in the NBA is just crazy. And it's because these teams that are out of the playoffs, they're not playing any defense. They couldn't care less. So we'll talk about that. We'll get to birthdays as well coming up. We'll take a break here. Masters update as well. Spears on Sports presented by M&M Cartage. Big X. Welcome back. Here's on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. John, Tony, and Matt in the studio. By the way, no show tomorrow. Matt, did I tell you that already?
I think I remember you sending it in the group chat.
I sent a text out, yeah. So no show tomorrow. Taking the day off. I did go to the doctor today, the ENT, the ear, nose, and throat specialist, and had a hearing test. Go ahead. Say it, Tony. Huh?
No, I didn't, John.
What?
I'm over here getting sentimental.
Apparently, my right ear
I know, you told me.
is not as good as my left ear. And they don't know why. They say, I told them about my headphone usage, which is daily.
For 100 years.
For 35 years at the post office, listening to music on my headset, probably a little too loudly because I didn't want to hear what was going on the other side of the headset.
And the machines.
It worked. The letter sorting machines that we sat by early in our careers that were extremely loud. And they said, yeah. I said, well, but why one ear? We don't know. Why do I pay a $50 copay to hear? I don't know.
Did you spin it on them and say, well, maybe the other ear is just getting better?
No, because then they kick me out.
Huh?
They did.
They get that
the hearing
off.
test. They did the beeps, and apparently high-pitched sounds in my right ear are not heard as well. That's the main thing. And here's the thing. My wife wanted me to get this hearing test. I didn't care to. I think I can hear fine. Of course, a little vanity jumps in there. And the lady said, background noise might be your problem.
It's everybody when they're old.
And I go, what do you mean? She said, well, when somebody's talking to you and there's background noise, I said, what do you mean background noise? Well, if is the TV on? I go, the TV's always on at my house.
Three of them.
Well, that's background noise, and when somebody's trying to talk to you, it stops you from hearing what they're saying. I said, so I'm not just ignoring my wife? Could you send me a note home to that effect?
Yeah. John's ear doctor, Jamie.
She's in Georgia. She's not listening. She's out of town. So there you go. To me, $50 of a wasted trip because I'm not going to get a hearing aid in one ear. She said, you can get a hearing aid in one ear. I said, I don't want to do that. I'll be leaning all the time. So I don't know. There you go. Also trying to get a new CPAP machine, too. When you get old, Tony,
I'm having all kinds
brutal.
of
Matt,
trouble.
don't get old.
Yeah, don't get
well,
old.
no, you got to get old.
I mean,
The alternatives.
I threw my mask off. I went back to it because after my surgeries, I didn't use it because I couldn't lay around. So I'm back trying to wear it. I just took it off last night and threw it.
I got a CPAP machine that's 20 years old, and I need a new one. And so they're getting me a new one, which is great. But this one I got now, it is on its last leg, man. And every once in a while,
like the car going down the street backfiring.
It'll just stop. And all of a sudden, I'm not breathing. And I'm awake. Oh, God.
it's a whole new fear I didn't even know I existed.
Oh, God, you have no idea.
All those people that snore so bad, most of them need a CPAP.
They need it, and most of them won't get it.
Matt, we're all so old now. We go on our golf trip. We've been going for 30-something years, and the oldest is like 68, and the youngest is like 50. And about 2 years ago, somebody said, what's the over and under on 20 people having a CPAP? And I think it went over 14.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
We all have them, and they're great when they work well.
When they work.
You just got to find the right one, and it has made a difference in my life sleeping. You don't realize when you sleep at night how often you wake up from stopping breathing.
Where
when
one
you
of
have
these watches.
When you have sleep apnea, you don't realize it, and you think you're sleeping well. I slept 8 hours. No, you didn't. You slept intermittently for 8 hours.
My watch told me I was up 11 times 2 nights ago.
I stopped breathing without a CPAP machine when I went for my sleep study. I stopped breathing 11 times a minute. Stop breathing.
Yeah, that's why they have those things.
Yeah, that's why I gotta have it. M&M Cartage Hotline.
This is riveting.
38. Well, we got no sports to talk about. 384
Anybody got anything?
1450.
Text it in.
384
Text it in,
1450.
please.
Text line open, sponsored by Gameday Men's Health, 414-1450. Any text yet, man?
There are 2 texts.
You're in charge of that,
I do have it open.
All right.
Patrick Murphy texted in and said John was playing like he was in the Masters, maybe.
Yeah,
I played well.
He didn't want to play. Got over there.
Didn't want to play.
I don't know if I said, John, you didn't have to play. First hole, stripes went right down the middle.
And I went, okay, maybe I'm feeling good.
And that par I got on the first hole was nice too.
Tony pars I had 3. I parred both par 3s on the backside, and I had 4 pars on the backside, which is very out of character for me. Very out of character.
4 of us parred number 17. All 4.
All 4 of us got
John
a 3.
goes, I'd have lost a lot of money on that bet.
I'd have bet no way we all 4 par 3 hole. No chance. By the way, speaking of golf, the Big X Sports Radio golf card is available. The 2026 version is the best deal in the game. You can play Park Mammoth, Old Capitol, Elk Run, Valley View, Wooded View, Christmas Lake, and Santa Claus, Indiana. Card value is over $350. You can get yours today, $149. Supplies are limited. Get yours at bigxsportsradio.com or call 812-725-1457. Text line? Anything else?
There is one more text that says, maybe that's what Trent Noah needs, a clown tattoo, then he'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, what is that about? Somebody got a tattoo?
The guy from Nebraska got his 28-7 tattoo.
And then he got in the portal?
Yeah, he went to the portal the very next day.
Do not get your school logo in this day and age tattooed on your body.
Unless you're going to put a bunch of them in a row.
Yeah, because you put the next one right under it. Because odds are you're going to leave. Odds are you're going to leave. Oh God, crazy. All right, NBA last night. Cleveland beat Atlanta 122-116. That was one of the winners in the Max Pack. Donovan Mitchell, 31 points for the Cavs last night. Orlando over Minnesota, 132-120. Paolo Banchero, I just love saying it, 20 points for our Magic.
Our Magic are starting to roll.
They're still in 7th, right?
Yes. But
so
there's a couple of them tied.
They're in if the season ended today, they would be in the play-in tournament. But the season doesn't end today. They can finish as high as 6th. And I guess that's what you want, Tony. You want to not have to play in the play-in tournament? Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Orlando is 7, but they're a half game behind Toronto, a full game behind Atlanta. But Philadelphia is a half behind them. Charlotte's 1 behind them.
It's crazy.
It's wide open. Whoever plays well down the stretch.
We know who's going to be in the playoffs. We just don't know
exactly
if you're in the play-in, who you're playing in the first round, all of that stuff. But our Magic is 44-36 now, 2 games to play.
We need them not to be in the play-in tournament.
They play the Celtics in one of those 2 games, by the way.
So we would have Cleveland, Detroit, and Orlando in there in the top 6. And Cade Cunningham was back last night, John.
He was. I'm going to get to that. The Magic still play the Bulls Friday on the road and the Celtics on the road on Sunday. So, odds are they finish 1-1. But you don't know who the Celtics are going to sit on Sunday.
Yeah, they're 3.5 behind Detroit, and
they're not catching Detroit.
New York's 3 behind them,
and they're not getting.
So last game they might not.
They're locked into the 2 seed.
Yeah,
at this point.
They might.
So I say
have sprained ankle or
Jordan Walsh plays a lot. Luka Garza plays a lot in that game. Baylor Shireman, we're going to give him some run. Jalen and Jason and Pritchard, you guys can just sit down and watch this game. They don't need it.
Let the Magic win. Let them.
Our other team looked good last night with Cade Cunningham back. The Pistons beat Milwaukee. Milwaukee's terrible, by the way, 137-111. Cade Cunningham in his first game back from his lung issue. Collapsed lung, 13 points, 10 assists. They were good without him.
Yep.
They played very well without him. And the Pistons are locked into that number 1 seed now in the Eastern Conference. And we got.
Have you looked them up? You said you're going to look up.
I got all these futures.
Aren't they like 40 or something?
It's a big number.
35 to 1.
We bet them preseason.
Yeah, we took Orlando too. We took them on potential.
Yes. And for both of them to be in the playoffs and one of them to be the top seed, we're happy right now. Yeah. Denver over Memphis, 136-119. Guess what? Joker had a triple-double. You believe it? 14 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. Jamal Murray, 26 in the win for the Nuggets. San Antonio was another one of my Portland, 112-101. Of course, no Wemby with that rib contusion. But De'Aaron Fox, 25 points for the Spurs last night.
I like the Spurs. I know the Thunder are the big favorite, and they'll probably win it all. But all year long, I've liked the Spurs.
Spurs aren't afraid of anybody.
No.
And they handled OKC. So if you're the Spurs, you're feeling pretty good as long as you can get Wemby back healthy. I think he's going to be fine.
He's healthy.
But, they're just being precautious right now. Oklahoma City on their L.A. tour here. They beat the Lakers 2 nights ago. They beat the Clippers last night, 128-110.
Yeah, that one.
Win number 3 in the Max Pack. Chet Holmgren, 30 points, 14 rebounds. SGA did play. Everybody played last night, which I was worried about, but they all played.
Tallest leprechaun in the world.
Chet,
Chet.
30 and 14.
He's good.
He's got to do something about that beard. Yeah. It's just not. It just doesn't.
The way he's
it looks like
built,
Matt's beard. It's just not good.
Okay, let's calm down.
No offense.
Let's relax.
No offense.
But Ricky Bobby told me as long as you say no offense, you can say anything you want.
And as my wife says, Matt, as soon as you say but or I don't mean this or whatever, just wipe everything out before it because whatever you said before doesn't count. It's what it's after.
Late game, my only loser last night. Phoenix as a 12.5-point favorite beat Dallas 112-107.
What was your line on that game?
12.5. Booker 37 for the Suns last night. Tonight, 6 games in the association. Amazon Prime Night, Boston at the Knicks, 7:30, and the Lakers and Warriors at 10 o'clock. Both those games on Amazon, and I'll be picking after the break. I'll pick some winners.
Brooklyn and Indiana is not on.
Brooklyn's the only team. I've said this. Brooklyn is an automatic under bet. I think they played Milwaukee the other night. It was 96-90.
224.5, John.
Automatic under. Now Indiana scores a lot of points, but Brooklyn is so bad. They muck up the game too. That's the only under. Any game Brooklyn's in, I'm betting under, and it'll probably bite me tonight. But that's what I'm going to do. I can't help it. All right, Reds finally lost, Tony.
Boo!
Yeah.
A boo for Scooter there.
Miami 7, Cincinnati 4. The Reds led it 2-0 in the top of the first, but came back and gave up 2 in the bottom of the first. That ends a 5-game losing streak. They're still now 5-1 on the road. They'll finish off that series down in Miami at 12:10 today. Tony, you'll be getting ready to go golfing, I guess.
Yeah, we're playing a little after that.
Rhett Lauder with a 1-0 record and a 1.64 ERA goes for the Reds today. Max Meyer, never heard of him, for the Marlins. He has no record and a 4.66 ERA. I think it's a bullpen game today for the Marlins.
A lot of guys for the Marlins you haven't heard of, John.
There are a lot of guys you haven't heard of. We will, let's go ahead and take an early break here. We'll come back, more of the baseball from last night. We've got a Max Pack coming up and birthdays as well. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Big X. Welcome back. Spears on Sports presented by M&M Cartage. John, Tony, and Matt. Final segment of the week. Taking tomorrow off. Say woohoo, Tony.
Woohoo!
There you go.
Shut her down. Oh, no.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But let's see if Matt knows what he's supposed to say
Okay.
here. M&M Cartage hotline is closed.
Shut it down.
There you go. Gameday Men's Health text line still open. Get your last minute text
It's
into the show.
Scooter yelled.
502-414-1450. I'm loopy today. I got up an hour early because of this doctor's appointment. I am just.
You were in and out there too, weren't you?
I was. The hearing test lasted about 10 minutes, so it wasn't bad. By the way, the players' opening ceremony this morning, Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, and Tom Watson hitting tee shots. Gary Player's 90, and he's in better shape than anybody.
He is.
He's 90 years old.
He just did the old drop kick.
Jack looks like he needs hip, back, and shoulder replacement.
And Tom Watson looks like
Tom Watson looks like he did 25 years ago. It's incredible. Jose Maria Olazabal has been overtaken now. Patrick Reed,
everybody's favorite guy,
Live Tour golfer, 3 under early there at Augusta. Jose Maria Olazabal, Sam Burns, 2 under, and a bunch of dudes at 1 under early
and
there.
A bunch of dudes still on the practice range.
A bunch of dudes still on the practice range, yes, absolutely. All right, you ready, Matt?
Yeah.
Let's do birthdays. That is so much. I hope he's listening. That's so much better than Scooter does it. That was right on the money. He hit the post, as they say. Good job, Matt.
Scooter's probably driving to the mountains right now.
Elle Fanning is 28 today. Get the Matt meter out for Elle Fanning. She was in, what's the Denzel Washington series we like so much? The Equalizer. She was in Equalizer 3, among other things. Elle Fanning, 28 today. Matt?
My computer is literally crashing trying to look at Elle Fanning, so I'm guessing she's extremely attractive. Oh, okay, I pulled up. I give her a 3.5.
3.5. All right. I like that. Scooter is you just never know what you're going to get.
He's got a certain brand.
She was also in Super 8.
Scoot wouldn't like her because she's thin, blonde.
She's too thin and she's too light-haired. Not light-headed. That means she's a ditz. I don't want to say it that way. Elle Fanning is 28 today. Dennis Quaid, 72.
Dennis Quaid.
The rookie, if you're a sports fan, when he plays.
He's in a million things.
True story of the pitcher, came back and played for the Devil Rays, not the Rays, the Devil Rays back in the day. Jim, I can't remember his name. That's a great movie. Inner Space is funny.
He's been in a million things. He was in Goliath, my show, the last
72
season.
today. Kristen Stewart of Twilight fame. Matt, were you a Twilight guy?
I wasn't. I was not.
She's 36 today.
What's her last name?
Kristen Stewart. She's a really good actress. She's got a bizarre look to her. No question about that.
2.5.
There you go.
Yes.
2.5.
Some of these pictures really look good, and some of them.
She was in a movie I watched called Panic Room with Jodie Foster.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. They were trapped by these. I guess,
Matt's actually seen movies. Scooter's seen nothing.
Scooter's seen those. Scooter, have you seen Caddyshack? Oh, I haven't seen that. Leighton Meester.
Who is Leighton Meester?
Leighton Meester is 40 years old today. Her show was Gossip Girl. She was
How
in
do you
Gossip
spell
Girl.
that?
Leighton. Leighton Meester.
Oh, okay.
She's 40 today, and she was in Gossip Girl for all those years at Gossip Girl. She was also in the Adam Sandler movie That's My Boy. Have you seen that one?
No. I have seen that.
I like this guy, man. He's seen movies.
What do you got, Matt?
I give her. I give her 3.75.
She's got a different look too.
Yeah, she does.
Jay Baruchel, this is one of my guilty pleasures. Have you seen the movie She's Out of My League with Jay Baruchel, where he's just this dorky guy, and all of a sudden he starts dating this gorgeous woman, and none of his friends can understand why. Right. It's a very funny movie. He was also in This Is the End. He hangs around he's all in all these movies with Seth Rogen and Danny McBride and all those guys. Jay Baruchel, 44 today.
His best movie is Tropic Thunder.
Yes, Tropic Thunder. He's great in Tropic Thunder.
You know,
I love Tropic Thunder.
I watched it, and I liked it, but these guys were pushing me. We were on a trip.
Me and Becco love it.
Oh, I know. They tell you they can name every line.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Cynthia Nixon from Sex and the City fame is 60 today. Cynthia Nixon.
Trying to get it up. Sorry.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, I mean,
careful there.
She's not the most beautiful of the women in that show, in that movie or show.
Yeah, she's the shark.
Even
I like her.
Even back then, 2.5, 2 maybe.
Do you think you're being nice?
I think I'm being nice. Maybe like a 1.5, honestly.
Lil Nas X is 27 today, Tony.
3.
What's that song?
Oh,
with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Road.
The cowboy song.
Yeah.
It's so silly. But Lil Nas X is 27. And Tony's idol, born on this date, would have been 100 years old today.
My idol.
Your idol, Hugh Hefner. Would have been 100 today.
He had it going on.
Owner and CEO of Playboy.
Just walk around in your.
That is a
lounge,
life that we will never understand.
Yeah, walk around in your lounge robe all the time.
And when he was 80, he had a 20-year-old wife. It's crazy. Hugh Hefner would have been 100 today. All right, sports-wise, Raheem Mostert. I don't know who he's with now. San Francisco, then the Dolphins.
I think he's still with the Dolphins.
Is he still with the Dolphins? He's 34 today, running back. Louis Arise, who can hit, man.
Yeah.
That dude can flat hit. He's old school.
You know, plays first base, not a typical first baseman. Used to be a second baseman.
He's back to second now.
Is he?
Yeah.
He is one of the best contact hitters.
He's with San Francisco now, so they moved him back to second base.
And he ruins the exit velocity thing. He's like on the back end of exit velocity, but he hits 340 every year.
Yeah, he's Tony Gwynn.
Yeah.
But he's not quite Tony Gwynn.
Right.
But you can't strike him out. Pesky hitter, 29 today. David Robertson, relief pitcher. I think he's finally out of the league. He was still pitching last year with the Mets or the Dodgers.
38.
41 today. His number? I don't know.
48.
He's 41 years old today. Kyle Macy.
Oh, I know that number.
Who my daughter is named after.
4.
Okay. My wife said, what do you think about the name Macy? And I was like, Kyle Macy. All right. Perfect. Yes. She didn't know that's why I agreed to that. But that is why I agreed to name her Macy. He's 69 today. Yeah, he was number 4. Good call.
Purdue transfer.
Yeah. And Curly Lambeau. Born on this date in 1898.
They didn't have numbers then.
They did not. But, of course, Lambeau Field in Green Bay, named after the former coach, Curly Lambeau. So there you go. Those are your birthdays today. All right. I did have the Red Sox yesterday, Tony.
They're on fire.
Minus a run and a half. So I had carryover from Baltimore winning the day before. $48 bet got me $121 yesterday.
And you know what? That helps the Reds.
I can't trust the White Sox yet.
Have you guys seen some of the city uniforms that have been released this week?
No.
No. Who's getting new ones?
So the Reds got new ones.
See, they had those black ones.
So these ones are,
which a lot of people didn't like. I liked them.
These ones are all red, like 100% down to the socks.
Like really, really bright red.
Really red. The ones I'm bringing up, the reason I'm bringing this up, have you seen the Orioles ones?
No.
How bad? They look like the Athletics. Like they're like green.
Wow.
The only orange is they have orange stripes.
They had orange before, right?
I think they did. I think they did similar with the Reds. It was like orange and black.
Maybe they had black ones. Yeah, I think the Orioles might have had black.
These are primarily white with green sleeves, green hat, and green pants with orange stripes on it. And it says "Be More" on the chest.
Be more. Tony's showing them to me now on the. Let me say that again, Tony.
Looks like Miami's the U.
It looks like the U. Yeah, the Miami Hurricanes. Is the hat got a B or an Oriole on it?
It looks like a B.
The B.
Oh, don't do that. What are you doing? You know, they are going to do these teams are going to keep doing these.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know why?
Buy.
Because people buy them. People buy the jerseys. That looks absolutely nothing like a Baltimore Orioles uniform.
Last year.
Now, those are orange now. That's orange. And I'm sure these Reds, the ones the Reds have, are going to be really like retina burning red, right?
I would imagine so.
It's pretty bright.
I like the black Reds the City Connect uniforms that they had, the black ones.
Really? I didn't think
I
you
liked
would.
them. A lot of people didn't like them. A lot of people, Reds fans I talked to, Ed included, did not like those black uniforms.
Well, that's hard to believe.
But I liked them. Call me crazy. All right, Masters update here while we're not doing anything. If I can pull it up, let's see. Who in the world is winning this daggone thing? It is Patrick Reed, 3 under. Tommy Fleetwood, Tony, 2 under through 3. Kurt Kitayama, 2 under as well. Jose Maria Olazabal, Sam Burns, all of those guys 2 under. So Patrick Reed with a 1-shot lead. Well, not a ton of guys at 1 under. Akshay Bhatia, Xander Schauffele, Dustin Johnson, Max Homa, and Nick Taylor and Ryan Gerard are all 1 under. By the way, Shane Lowry just double bogeyed the 5th. So I'm looking at the Reds uniform now. I don't hate it. At least it's red for the Reds.
Yeah.
But the Orioles, that thing is just, it's not good looking, first of all. And I don't know who it is.
Yeah, nobody would know who that is.
What team is this? I would go B-more. I don't know. I would probably guess Baltimore, but I wouldn't know.
They showed the Royals ones too. The MLB released those. They're blue and purple.
Purple?
And they have that. Do you remember back in like 2011 to 2014, there was that craze that every team did the whole like fading colorway where like it's one color and then it blends into another color?
Yeah.
That's what their whole jerseys
yeah.
are. So they're purple or half purple, half blue. They look horrendous.
You know how I blame that on? Colorado Rockies. Everything's always the Rockies' fault. That's it. By the way, the Rockies just destroyed the Astros the last 2 games, which I like. Anybody beating the Astros is always fun.
But bringing up, you brought up the Red Sox winning.
Yeah.
But they've beaten the Brewers twice.
Yeah.
Which is
3-2 and
Reds
5-0.
And the Cubs.
Yeah. Your Rangers, by the way, shut out Seattle yesterday 3-0.
They own Seattle.
They stay in first place in the American League West. My Cubs will win over Tampa Bay last night, 6-2. Ballesteros, not Sevy. The big this guy reminds me of me. He's chunky. He had a home run for the Cubs last night. A's beat the Yankees last night 3-2. That's like a World Series win for the A's. The Yankees were I think 8-2 coming
Yankees
in.
lose.
Yankees lose. All right, let's do the Max Pack. Matt doesn't know there's a drum roll for that, so we're not going to get on you for that.
Sorry about that.
6-pack brought to you by Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. You can call Chad Hennessy today at InsureMax for all your insurance needs, 479-4085. Not a lot to choose from today, so I'm not betting on me today. I'm not betting on me. I am going to take the Knicks against the Celtics tonight. Amazon Prime, it's 7:30 in Madison Square Garden. The game the Knicks actually are trying to stay in the 3 spot. So it's a little more important to them. They could drop to 4, which they don't want to do. But I don't know. If you're the Knicks, Tony, do you want to play the Celtics first, or do you want to play the Pistons first?
I think you want to play the Pistons.
So maybe they do want to drop to the 4 spot. But this is a rivalry game. They don't like each other. I'm going to take the Knicks at home and give up the 4.5 here. Seems like a high spread in this game, but Vegas knows I'm going to go with that theory, so give me the Knicks. The other Amazon Prime game, 10 o'clock, Lakers at Golden State. No Luka, no Austin Reeves. The Lakers are struggling. Steph Curry's back. The Golden State's got to give 4.5 here. I'm going to give it.
He's playing with his brother now.
Seth is on the team as well. I'm going to go with Golden State minus the 4.5 there. I'm trying to look for points here because I usually don't take points. Miami at Toronto. Toronto's a 4.5-point favorite. I'm going to take the 4.5 here just because of the points. I think Miami is good enough to play with Toronto. These are both playoff teams, by the way. And Philadelphia at Houston tonight. Houston's 3.5. Maxi's back.
George is back.
Paul George is back. I don't know if Embiid's playing because it's one of those every other game things. Philly didn't play last night, so I feel like Embiid's going to play. Give me the Philly plus the 3.5 on the road in Houston tonight. So Knicks, Warriors, 76ers, and Heat. There is your Max Pack 4-pack today. As Tony's trying to show me something there on the phone.
I didn't want to leave out.
You got a problem with any of those games?
No.
He didn't even listen to who I picked.
Yeah, I did. I can tell you right now.
Mad, he didn't even listen to who I picked.
You took the Heat. You took Golden State. You took.
Come on, you can do it.
You said the one team you didn't want to give so many
4
points. If I looked at the games, I could tell you.
Knicks and
yeah.
Sixers. There you go. What else happened in the majors last night? Let's see. I mentioned Colorado 9-1 over Houston last night. Minnesota scored 6 runs in the first inning last night against Detroit and Framber Valdez, who's been great. They never came to the mound to even talk to him. Never even came out. He gave up one more run a few innings later. He ended up going 6 innings in this game, but Minnesota beats Detroit 8-6. Toronto beat the Dodgers yesterday 4-3.
I was trying to tell you, Jeremiah Jackson, first team All-State.
Oh, good to hear. St. X Tigers. Thanks for listening. No show tomorrow. Be back at it Monday. Matt Dennison is next. Is that right, Matt?
Yes.
Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Big X.
This is Kentuckiana's only locally owned sports talk. The Big